Hey guys, my name is Boris. I'm a physician assistant, and today I'm answering a question from a viewer of my YouTube channel who's basically asking, should I go to PA school? Should I make all the time and sacrifices and money and everything that I need to do in order to get this new career? Because it is a big sacrifice, it's a lot of work, it's a lot to do in order to get into PA school and get through and become a PA, right? So for younger people, it's an easier choice. You know, they have less to lose, they have more time, they can take student loans and have way more time to pay them back. For adults, that's a little bit different of a situation, especially if they've been working in a career for a long time, if they have children, if they have a spouse, if they have basically a life set up that will be turned upside down when they try to get into and then try to complete PA school. So this person's question, I'm just going to read word for word, says, "Hi Boris, I stumbled upon your YouTube channel when I was searching for PA versus MD. You should totally watch that video right here." Short story, I'm currently a respiratory therapist for 7 years. I've been thinking about going back to school for my BSRT, the Bachelor of Science in Respiratory Therapy. So I guess this person's working as a respiratory therapist without a bachelor's. And then they say in order to get into PA school. So they're considering getting their bachelor's in respiratory therapy in order to then apply for PA school, the master's program, because you need a bachelor's degree in something in order to apply for PA school, because it is a master's. And then they go on to say, I guess what I'm really trying to justify here before I make this big change for me and especially for my family is I'm 33 and I'm trying to decide if this is right for me. Do you think if the plan goes well for me to become a certified PA before age 40 years old, it would be worth it? And then be able to practice for 10 to 15 years more. So this person is currently 33 and they're thinking pretty realistically actually that it might take them close to until they're 40 years old before they actually become a physician assistant and start practicing. So I don't know how many undergraduate classes they already have that would transfer over, but let's say they have to start from scratch, a BSRT program, 4 years, maybe like, I don't know, maybe take it really, really hard and do it in like 3.5 years. Then the whole application cycle, I'm assuming that they have plenty of patient care hours, so they don't need to worry about that. But all of the application cycle and all of that junk, assuming they even get in on their first try, plus their bachelor's degree, plus the 2 to 3 years of PA school, they are looking at, 6, 7, maybe 8 years or so. So yeah, she's actually pretty accurate. It could take until she's about 40 years old before she even starts practicing as a physician assistant. So she's asking, is it worth it? Will I be able to practice for 10 to 15 years more? She's kind of selling herself short, you know. If you start practicing at 40 years old, why would you want to retire at 60? Wait, no. No, if you start practicing at 40 years old, she's saying practice for 10 to 15 more years. Why would you want to retire at 50 or 55? I mean, I do, but I also started practicing at the age of 32. So, and also, most people are working into their 60s and especially nowadays into their 70s. So like 30, 40, even 50 years old is not too late to make a big major career change like this because you still have 10, 15, 20, 30 years of working in a specialty in a field that you really love and you really love coming to work. You know, so I don't think that 10 to 15 years, is it worth it, is really an accurate thing in your case. I would say 20, 30 years is more accurate. And then, of course, the person is saying, I'm also thinking of this financially. Of course, I have 2 children. I don't know if they have a spouse or not, but she has 2 children. And so already she knows it's not going to be easy because, of course, children take a lot of time. So, yeah, it's a huge decision for this person. And so she's asking, also, do you think having medical background will be helpful in PA school? Okay. Obviously, this person is brand new to considering the PA career because obviously you have to have a medical background in order to even get into PA school. It's called patient care experience, patient contact hours. So yeah, it will be tremendously helpful. Yes, it will be. So how would I make this decision if I was in her shoes? First off, I have no idea what it's like to be in her shoes because I started this journey a lot earlier than she did. I was not as young as most people starting this journey, but I was definitely younger. I already had a bachelor's degree, and I also had the GI Bill to pay for school, so debt was not really an issue. And I also did not have children. I still do not have children, so that's not like remotely a consideration. I have no idea how it would feel to have to provide for kids. So I'm not totally qualified to tell you if this is the right move for you, but I could definitely say your head is in the right place. I definitely think that you're thinking about things properly because you realize it's a huge, huge time, and money commitment, and also time away from your kids, time away from your career, time away from your family, doing things you love to do. It's a big, big deal, man. So she's taking it seriously, and I'm glad she is. But the one thing that I would say that might make things a little easier is the CASP application. The application that everybody has to fill out in order to apply to PA schools actually makes this easy for you with something called the personal statement. And it basically just asks, in the space provided, write a brief essay on your motivation or desire to become a physician assistant. And you only get 5,000 characters, which is like 4 paragraphs, maybe 5 paragraphs, right? So basically what they're saying is write an essay about why you want to be a PA. In order to write a good essay, you probably have to think very hard about why you want to be a PA. And to make it even easier than that, in my book, Step-by-Step Physician Assistant School Personal Statement Writing and Other PA School Application Secrets, which is available on Amazon, link below, I break this down even easier in step-by-step, very, very simple steps to see, first off, is this even right for me? Second, if it is, how do I communicate that to admissions committees? So I'm just going to read very briefly from page 11 of my book. Question 1. Think of a time when you knew, beyond the shadow of a doubt, that you just knew that you just wanted to be a PA. I don't care if this happened while you were shadowing a PA, working as a scribe, watching a TV show, whatever it was for you, I guarantee that there was at least one time in your life when you realized, this is what I want to do. I want to be a PA. Now, imagine that moment. Who were you with? What were you doing? What was going on in the room? Was it daytime? Was it nighttime? What were you wearing? Were you sitting down? Were you standing up? What were you hearing? What were you seeing? Did you smell anything? No detail is too small. Think of every single detail that you can remember. Imagine all of that. And now, what is the very first thing that you remember? Describe it for me in the space provided below. If you can do that with vivid imagery, and you can remember exactly when that moment was that you just knew beyond the shadow of a doubt that you wanted to be a PA, then yes, PA school is right for you. This career is right for you. All the time, money, and sacrifice that you have to make in order to get this career is right for you. If you have this very, very strong burning desire and you can convince yourself first, and then you can convince the admissions committee that you want this, yeah, then this is the right career for you.